Hello, hello, hello. I hope that because I'm gonna save this live stream. Hi, hi, hi. It's AMU. Oh my gosh. I've kind of missed being here. I hope that the audio is okay. I hope someone like watches this. But it was so random, so last minute, so I'm not really expecting anything. But of course, I'll promote it for anyone who wants to watch it back and get the update. I just did not feel like making a whole video and doing editing. I just wanted to hop on, talk, and then go away. Oh my gosh, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, so I'm back. I'm finally back on YouTube. Oh my gosh, it feels so, so weird to say that. I have missed being on YouTube. I hope you guys can hear me. Please let me know if the audio is okay. Please let me know if you can hear me. Um, so yeah, I have just been, where do I start? So I was pretty active, posting very regularly, got to 1,200 subscribers and then just kind of disappeared. And so what happened, what was going on, and what has happened since. I'm obviously very out of the loop on the MLS exotical space and what's been happening. I had a baby, which was wonderful. Really happy that hello, hello, welcome to the stream. Really happy that I had a baby. Like it was fantastic, but then I got extremely sick. I was down and out. I was actually really worried for my life, and thank goodness, like nothing happened, or at least nothing too bad happened, and I didn't just die on you guys. But then I took a break because on my way back to making videos, um, I was making videos, I was editing, I was getting really, really excited to do things, and I had I had eventually decided that I just wasn't going to post, and that mainly came from seeing what was happening in this space. Like at the time, like around the time that I had disappeared, like a year and some change ago, there was some drama. And I know there's like always drama, but it was like, it went from like people in other spaces just not liking us, which is pretty typical, to people within our own spaces like, you're not this enough, you're not that enough. And it was like, well, prove it, prove that you are like my version of light skin or my version of mix or whatever. And it was really, really awkward. And while I kind of wanted to contribute to the conversation, I was also just kind of like, well, I don't know if I want to fully even dive into that because my focus, my expertise, if you will, which even that I'm still learning, is like Creole. It's Louisiana Creole. It is our culture. It is our language. It is building that back up. And so it felt really, really awkward to see the discourse and people because like I get it, the space started to grow, right? So it went from like, oh, if you're mixed or oh, if you're light skinned to like, oh, if you just look different. And I get it. There were people who were not a fan of that. They were not a fan of like how many people were calling themselves MLS and then maybe in their photos they didn't seem like that. And then you still have all these comparisons, and now you have people within the space who are fighting each other. I was seeing like a live stream like every other week, and it was really making me uncomfortable. And so I didn't really want to be a part of all that. And I felt like I would get dragged in. Oh my gosh. Talking about Tyla. What's going on with Tyla? I saw a lot of videos. I was talking about the our community space, the MLS space, and like how when I like disappeared like a year ago, people were fighting within each other about their identities, and I just wasn't here for it. But I've been seeing videos about Tyla and people calling her a flop and making fun of her in like the typical way that they do about her background. She calls herself colored. It's like the same old, right? Or did she do something? I'm very interested to know. I would like to know if Tyla did something. Um, but yeah, so I've just been catching up. I would like to know what's going on just out of curiosity's sake, but I'm not necessarily going to be making videos again about that kind of stuff. I'm really going to be focusing on culture and language, and I would like to start doing weekly language live streams that are just like if you are Creole or a francophone, and to you're wanting to like speak and learn and dive into that, I feel like it's so important to have a culture and a community where you can do that. And I feel like, okay, this is gonna sound bad. Okay, I'm just gonna preface right now. This is not gonna sound necessarily good. But there's been a lot of pushback against the Black community. Have you guys seen that? Like, people are like just openly, I mean, from like, people are fed up. And it's really, really awkward to see because then some people just see like anyone who looks like they're even mixed with Black. And it's like, bam, you're Black, you're part of Black American culture. And I'm like, whoa, hold on, wait a second. I have my own culture. And I feel like part of why we don't even get to truly have our own space the way we want to is because we don't even know like our language, like our background. Welcome, hello, welcome to the stream. Um, and yeah, I get it. Yeah. Chanel, did I say that correct? Chanel? Um, I get that, and I've seen that. I've seen them being crazy. Like it's getting embarrassing, and I say that as like there's no one in my life who's acting that way, but I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you're making your culture look absolutely awful." But the problem is now we have so many other people who are also getting pulled into that. This is so cool. Great grandmother was Creole and heritage is very, very strong amongst all our families today. I love that so much. I love, 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 love that so much. My family is Creole, both sides, and we have a really, really deep, rich history. And I just want to love on that so much. Like my father was telling me about how his grandmother would speak to him in Creole, and he would say, and he got emotional because I learned a few words, and I was telling, oh, I'm gonna drop my phone. He got emotional because I was telling him a few words, and my father was just like, "Oh my gosh." And he was like, "That's exactly what my grandmother would say. She would go yell at me to like go do the dishes, go clean, go do this." And but she would never teach it. And if you know the history of like, what happened to our culture, you know that we weren't allowed to speak our language. We were pushed back, and it's by the same people who are trying to push us back now, you know? And it is so incredibly, I'm Creole myself, patois, I'm Jamaican. Yes. Yes, I want all of us. I'm talking like every one of us to come together and really love on being Creole. Like, seriously. Like, I think we should start taking this so seriously because now is the time. And I say now is the time because there is such a divide happening right now. And it's like like you could feel it in the air. And I'm not just talking like political or whatever, but I mean like people are leaning into their groups that make them feel comfortable, that make them feel safe in their communities. And and it's because certain groups right now are really acting out and showing out and being crazy. And so now you've got others saying, well, I don't want to be around them anymore. I want to be around my culture and like pointing and picking. And I feel like we've got to stand 10 toes down a bit and learn more about ourselves and our language and our food and our everything so that we can share that. So that we can share that and take like extreme, extreme pride in it and that people see we are our own culture. And I think it starts with like language. I really think it does because there are so many spaces for like even like you can be like Mexican or Puerto Rican or Argentinian, and like Spanish brings you together, but then also how you speak Spanish can also showcase like what subgroup you're from. I'm not going to say subgroup, but like what specific culture you're from. There we go. I feel like subgroup is incorrect. What specific culture you're from. And I feel like it's the exact same thing here. Hello, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. And I feel like it's the exact same thing here. We have got to in every sense of the way, learn the freaking language. And I'm not like, even if it's just French, doesn't have to be Kurivini because that's a hard one, you guys. And there's not a lot of information. Um, in Spanglish, there's not a lot of information out there about us. And so I feel like with the cultural shift happening right now, we've also got to make a bit of a cultural shift ourselves. And we just got to sit down with each other, hold hands, okay? Get in the little group, get in our little circle, even if there's just five of us or three of us or two of us, get in our little circle, hold hands, and learn this freaking language. So that's what I am wanting to do with my channel. I want to do way more live streams. I want to start going through books and stuff and speaking with you guys, bringing you guys onto the live stream. I think that would be amazing. I think that would be so much fun. And I think we should absolutely get together, learn our language, and then we start speaking to each other in our languages. And I know that sounds like a little, but I'm kind of giving like a little evil villain laugh because people are always pointing at us and being like, you guys aren't really a culture, you guys aren't really a group, yada, yada, yada. Well, how are they going to feel when we respond back and they don't even understand what we're saying? We have a whole live stream and they can't even keep up. Like, it'll feel amazing. And then not only that, we will also be able to speak to other other francophones who can, you know, who speak their French derived language. I would say like overall, like it does derive from the French language. And we all just communicate with each other. Exactly. Surrounding ourselves with open-minded people. Yes. Yes. We have to. We have to. I feel like that is our obligation to the future, to ourselves, like to not to ourselves, but to our offspring, to the future of our culture, and it breaks my heart right now that like my daughter, who is half Mexican, is learning Spanish, and I'm not like I say like a couple French words to her, but like she's not picking it up the way she is because she's hearing the way she's picking up on Spanish because she's hearing it all the time. I want her to be able to hear her mom speaking French and know that she is also Creole and also take pride in that, but not just saying it, not just saying I have the DNA for it, but I've also grabbed something for it. I've got the language for it. I've got, and so I think right now, because it gets you views, right? It's so enticing to make videos that talk about the drama and the celebrities and like the people who are clapping back at the exotical space and the MLS space. Like, I get it. I totally get it. I'm not knocking anybody who makes those videos. I've made those videos. I've made those videos. But I'm thinking, what have I contributed to my culture by making those videos? They're not even in French. Like, what if I contributed? And that really made me sit back and think, like, what am I doing? I'm saying that I want to be a Creole YouTuber. I want to push the culture. I'm all mixed up, MGM, and I'm so not focused on my culture. And it feels like super negative right now because I'm talking about who's light skinned, who's not, who looks mixed, who's not. And I'm just kind of like, what am I doing? You guys ever feel that way? Like, do you guys ever, like, I'm not saying these aren't important conversations, but do you guys ever sit back and you're like, what am I watching? What is happening right now? What are we doing, you guys? Can we have like a heart to heart right now? So I started feeling that way about my own content. And it made me feel really awkward because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about this. Man, I had so many video ideas. And then when it came time to record, I was like, yikes. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about um who is an unambiguous Black person talking about like a mixed person. Like, I don't want to talk about that right now. I really don't. But at the same time, I did know enough French to talk about that. But you know what? It has to start somewhere. And I think that building a positive community right now for the Creole space and those who are open to it and want to also learn about our culture with us and be a part of that, welcome. Like, I think that would be amazing. I'm gonna read a few comments because I'm slacking right now. I was just reading Sanskrit mantras go beyond literal language but vibration. Yeah, we do need more positivity. Yes, 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 yes. Um, so many African Americans and Caucasians are descendants from Creoles during the Great Migration. See, there's so much history. People don't even know. People don't even realize. Like, they're thinking that they're one culture or that they're one, like, that they only know like the surface level and realize how deep this runs. Culture runs so deep, you guys, and I think it only dies if we let it. It only dies if we let it. And we can say a million times over that we want a Creole space, we want it, but like we gotta do it. And I might not be making more like full-length videos, commentary, YouTube's biggest yapper awards. Oh my gosh. I was still cracking up about that. I rewatched some of my videos and I was cringing, but I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of funny. Um, if you haven't seen that video, oh, just go watch it. But like even that, I'm like, even that I was listening, I'm like, what? Why did I subject myself to that? Why did I subject myself to that content that was basically beating down on women who look like me, on my culture, on, like hearing really weird comments about white dudes? Why did I subject myself to that? What was I doing? It was funny, I guess, but like that was hours for like a little video. And at the end of the day, I felt like I contributed nothing. Nothing but like a little laugh and some commentary, you know? So I definitely felt, I mean, and it brought people. It brought people, and that was great. And, like that content was bringing people, but man, I feel like I was really slacking. And so if this just means we go live and we open up a French book together and we start learning, and I bring you guys on here, I will quiz y'all. Do not think that I won't do it. I will bring you on. If you come to my French live streams, you guys, can we commit to this? Even if it's like just a handful of us, can we commit to this? Like try to do once a week. Try to do once a week quick little live stream like this, nothing fancy. And if you participate in the live stream and you have the ability to get on like StreamYard or be a part of the stream, I'll bring you on here. I'll bring you on here. We practice together. We practice our pronunciation. We we practice all of it, and we start learning how to communicate with each other. And I promise you, the more that we do that, the more we'll learn about each other, the more we'll learn about the direction that our culture is going. I just think we have such a small little community, and it's really wonderful and beautiful, and we should hone in on that right now. I feel like everyone's kind of doing that, and some of us feel a bit out of place. We don't feel, I'm sorry if you heard that yelling. We don't feel like we relate to African American culture. We feel like we don't relate to general American culture. It's because we are, you know, of a specific culture that is still alive and breathing. And that's why it's not fully dead yet. And so I feel like we are being called to go back to that. So that is my goal right now. That is what I am focusing on with my channel. For those who don't know, when there was like, before anybody showed up for the stream, I was explaining that about a year ago, I had, oh, I love that. I had, what was I gonna say? I had a baby. I had a baby, which was awesome. And then I got super sick, and then I like almost died. And then that's what made me start reflecting on my life and my channel and what I was doing and what I was contributing, what I left for my daughter. You know, having like a really bad medical condition. Hi, welcome. Having like a really bad medical condition will make you really think about life. It will make you really consider, what am I doing? And that's part of what brought that out of me. So yeah, that was like a touchy moment for me that made me consider, like, I think I am exactly, definitely a blessing in disguise. I was really thinking like I'm just gonna delete my channel. I'm gonna be super quiet. Thank you. I am glad to be better too, because it was really scary. And I'm like, I just had my daughter. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Why me? That's definitely what I was thinking. Um, and yeah, that made me reflect on my channel. And like I said, like I'm behind on the drama, which I'm kind of happy about. I have been, you know what made me feel embarrassed? I know more Spanish than I know my own language. Which, I mean, not to completely knock myself, I grew up speaking English, right? But like once I literally learned like probably 10 years ago after doing a DNA test, like I confirmed that I'm Creole. And and I never got down to fully learning. I took a French class. I was really, really good at it. never used it after that. It dropped off, and then now I know more Spanish than anything. And I'm kind of beating myself up about it, but you can't do that forever. Um, yes, choose kindness. Absolutely. Goodness, I'm glad you're feeling better. A blessing in disguise. Hey, Blasian King. Hello, 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 everyone. Oh my gosh. I really wasn't expecting you guys, I wasn't expecting anyone to show up to the stream. I was like, this is so last minute. This is way too last minute for me to pop up on here. No one's gonna sit in here, no one's gonna watch. So I appreciate those who are coming. Even those who are coming and going, like I appreciate that so much. I don't know how long this stream is gonna be, but okay. Can you guys dance for health? I love dancing. I love dancing so much. I was doing a line dance the other day because I'm Louisiana Creole. I'm in the South, and um, although I know we are spread out, but I'm in like the South, and I was doing a bit of line dancing the other day. So yeah, you guys, tell me, what am I missing? I saw this video that was like this girl on TikTok. No, my notifications were not all the way on, just happened to see it. Thank you. I don't think anyone's notifications on for me are on. I disappeared for a year. I don't expect anyone's notifications to be on. Um, but like, yeah, so I saw this video that some girl on TikTok was talking about how she was Creole. She's not African American, she is Creole. And then people were like, girl, you are black. Girl, you know what they say. It's like the typical response. Um, and so I saw that that happened, and that was one of the things that made me think I can't give up on this channel. I can't. I have too much to fight for. Like, I I'm sorry. I love this culture way too much. I love all of this. I love who we are. I love that we look so different and that we are amazing and that we are literally all mixed up. Like, there's a reason I made the channel name? And so I saw that and I just thought, you know what, girl, stand your ground. You are amazing. There needs to be more of us. I cannot delete this channel. Nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep the channel. And that's when I decided, like, the channel stays up. This channel stays up. Um, so yeah, I've seen that. But is there anything else that I'm missing, like in the cultural space? Anything in our, I don't know what I would call this space for us, right? What would I even, like, I guess I will just say like the Creole space, but I know that a lot of you guys know me from like the MLS space, like from like being on Exoticals United live stream. But I just haven't been keeping up. Like, are we still, I know we're still the pretty girls, but like, I don't know. We'll come up with our own name if we need to. But I've been out of the loop. Tell me, guys, comment. What am I missing? What have I missed? Is there anything that has been interesting to you that you would like to chat about, or that you would like to kind of, that you maybe might be curious about? What is MLS? See, exactly. MLS was for mixed and light skin. Nothing, nothing's happened. MLS is for mixed and light skin. So when I first started the space, it's not started the space. I didn't start a dang thing. When I first started my channel, I was watching a bunch of different channels like Creole Lady Marmalade. I was watching Exoticals United. I was watching people in like what they called the golden sphere at the time. I don't know if anyone uses that term anymore. And we, there was a lot of back and forth about like identity and stuff like that. And like I said, when I left around the time that I had my baby and then I had a health scare and then I disappeared and I thought about coming back, there was drama. And when I left, there was drama and it was crazy. And I saw people going back and forth and back and forth. And it was like, when I say it was crazy, it was like, you're not light skinned enough. You're not mixed looking enough. I think you're like a secret agent in disguise. It was stuff like that. And like random people were tagging me on videos saying, like, he's really an agent, an op, and do not trust this YouTuber. Look at these receipts, these very blurry receipts from when I had a conversation with them a year ago. Like, it was really weird. And yeah, I was just kind of like, I'm just gonna stay out of that. Does anyone remember when the drama was popping off in the community? I do. That was the last thing I saw, so I don't know what's going on right now. Um, I Unnecessary Drama in Paradise, exactly. I'm subbed to your channel because I found out in 2011, 2016 about my Louisiana Creole heritage. I'm glad you will stay. I'm subbed to a few Creole ladies. Yay! I'm glad. That is wonderful. Yes, I love that we are finding out more and more about ourselves. That's so amazing. Um, and it's a beautiful thing, and we've got to like we immediately once we learn about ourselves, we start looking for others like, oh, who else is out there, you know? And I love that my channel is starting to pop up for people and say like, I'm out here, you guys, like I'm here too, you know? So yeah, that's wonderful. Um, yes, sí, una locura. See, my pronunciation is horrible. But my understanding is up there, okay? Don't knock the pronunciation because I know exactly what you're saying. Um, for anyone who wants to try and test my Spanish in the comments. Um, it's the same. Has it really not changed? Are things still dramatic? Are things still happening? I didn't know there was still drama. I I don't know. I was skimming through some of the pages. I was checking to see how the ladies were doing, and then we have a few guys as well. And yeah, I was just wondering. We bring about what we think about. I think that's what you're saying. I believe our thoughts can create reality. I agree. I think that there is so much power. I think now, you guys don't run away, okay? Because I say this and people start running away from my from my channel. um I'm a Christian. I am. And I fully believe that if God has given us so many gifts and that He has made amazing, amazing people. And I believe that He knows what we're capable of, but we're dummies. And so we don't realize just how much what we think and what we do really, really, really impacts our lives and the decisions that we make. And I didn't think I would get 10 subscribers, let alone over 1,000. And but I kept seeing a community and I kept seeing it and thinking about meeting other women who are Creole and connecting with them and growing some form of a channel where we can discuss things in a safer space and it ended up forming. And like I was worried that, I wouldn't have anyone on this live stream at all. And yet I kept seeing that I would be having a conversation tonight. And here we are, and we are having conversation. There are multiple people on the stream, more than I thought there would be. And I love that. And so, yeah. But okay, less drama indeed. Um, I know, right? I'm feeling real happy. You survive a bad incident and all of a sudden you're like there's nothing that can bring me down. I want to be happier on here. I don't know if you guys can tell. Some of these videos made me really sad. If you guys have seen my videos or if you're just popping here for the first time and you want to check out my videos, I haven't taken anything down. I will never take anything down. Um because I re-listen to them and I really do stand by what I was saying. Oh my God, I missed you. I've been rewatching your videos. Oh my gosh, thank you. You guys have been on my mind so much. Um, but what was I saying? See, I get caught off really easily. That's why I had to like write down notes for what I was going to talk about in my videos. But yeah, I used to be really sad in those videos, and I noticed my tone of voice was kind of like not bitter, but it was definitely it wasn't positive. It wasn't positive. I found my voice just getting deeper and my vibe getting slower and my anger growing. I was just always so upset over like the incoming attack. I'm like, we're gonna be attacked by the other group. They're gonna come for us in our community, our safe little space. They're gonna come for us because they hate us. I don't know. Did anybody ever feel that way? Anyone feel like they were ever looking over their shoulder? Like, who's gonna comment something awful under my video today? It's kind of what it's like being a YouTuber, making videos. You start to feel like, who's gonna come after me today? Who's gonna say that I'm an ungrateful, whatever the heck, and that who's gonna call me a preference today? It's so ridiculous. You have to step away sometimes. You guys are really, really, I promise you, even though I want to do like these live streams, even though I want to connect and all that, trust and believe. I will post every now and then, hey, I'm taking a break. I'll be gone for 2 weeks or something like that because you have to step back, look at what you're doing, and make sure that you're happy with who you are going forward. And making this live stream, I'm a lot happier with who I am going forward, knowing that I'm going to be focusing on something that matters to me, something that moves me, something that makes me feel happy, and not like bull crap, you know? I don't know what I can say on here. I think YouTube censors a lot of stuff, so yeah, I was just saying like weird, yeah, exactly. Uncool stuff. Like people comment some crazy things. You guys, I have deleted a lot of crazy, crazy, crazy comments. I'm sorry. I had to mute myself for a second. But I have deleted a lot of crazy comments I've gotten from people who are like, I can't even say it on a stream. I can't even say it on a stream, the weird stuff people say. And then also I was getting super scared of being doxxed for whatever reason. I was like, someone's gonna find me and find what I really look like, and then find a really bad photo of me and then post it everywhere. And then I'm gonna like be exposed for, I don't know, being beautiful. No, I'm kidding. I used to love trolling. I don't love trolling anymore. I mean, I like joking. I don't really like trolling. I used to say stuff that I knew would get under people's skin, like being like, oh, I have golden skin and I'm a Fenty, whatever the heck color I am. I haven't worn makeup in a while either. Oh my gosh, what will motherhood do to you, right? Um, but also like, okay, can I tell you one thing? This is if you're not interested in girly stuff, just ignore this part. It's gonna be brief. But not wearing makeup has been amazing. When I say my skin has been healing, it is bright, it is amazing. My my freckles are freckling. It's wonderful. Love it, love it, love it. It takes brave and courage to go live. Isn't that the truth? Thank you. People on live, I feel like live can be worse because you can't edit it. People say stuff how they feel right then and there. If people think you're lame, they're it's like, live streaming is hard. And then you bring someone on your live stream and you don't know if they're gonna say something crazy. They're gonna try to get you demonetized, if they're gonna be weirdos. Like right now I have it set to where someone has to be subscribed to comment because people are crazy, people are weird. And there are gonna be people who are gonna see that, oh, they have to be subscribed in order to comment and be like, swipe, I'm not gonna watch this. You see what I mean? Yeah. So, but I'm trying to build something more positive, something more easygoing. Man, I feel like I don't have enough energy to do a lot of this stuff. I don't have enough energy to start asking people, can you tell me into the mic what percent Creole you are? That way I can validate your Creoleness. Like, be serious. Be very serious. I I can't I can't do that. Can you please show me a picture of your grandparents? Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. I need to validate your identity, please. Like, it's like asking people to dox themselves just to prove something. Here's the way I see it. Here's the way I see it. If you're a weirdo, if you are a weirdo, you will fake being something that you are not because you're a weirdo. Because that's what weirdos do. Only weirdos will go online and be like, I am this, and stand 10 toes down on that statement, and they're actually not the thing that they say they are. Only weirdos do that. So I feel like I don't have any reason to look at people who come into my comments or who make channels and say that they are Creole or they are Jamaican or they are like, if you're Louisiana Creole, you're Jamaican or you're French or you're whatever. You're Mexican, you're half Mexican. I am not the one who is going to put you on the spot and be like, "Show me a picture of your grandparent. What percentage are you? Can I see your ancestry test results?" Because in my head, only weirdos pretend to be something they're not on the internet. That's strange to me. Like, so that's why for me and Mike, like in this community, that's not something I want to do. I don't want to sit here and be like, okay, all right, you guys, we're going to learn French. We're going to go over our French lesson today. I need everyone to explain what their French background is. I don't think it's necessary. Now, if you want to, that's great. Go ahead, go for it. I say it all the time. Like, I'm Creole. I love that. I love being Creole. It's fantastic. I think, we should be loud and proud about it, but I'm not going to, I don't think that being on this channel, being in this space, I'm going to question you about it. And I don't expect anyone who is subscribed or who is involved to do that because again, if someone if someone's being weird and they're lying, they can only keep up with the lie for so long before they start to like break down. So it's not on I'm not going to put anyone else's identity on my conscience personally. Like I'm not going to put that person, what they think they are, what they believe they are, even if they're lying, like what their identity crisis is, not my problem. Really not my problem. I'm good. I'll move on. I don't think that's like something for us to focus on. If someone wants to pretend up and down they're Creole and they have zero background, it is not up to me to validate because I do not have the time or the energy. But for me, you know, and it's a sad reality to be in. Yeah, absolutely. Um, for me, I know who I am. I love who I am, and I'm gonna support our community. So that's kind of my perspective on that. If you're worried, because I feel like I've seen, and I will not name any names because I genuinely don't know. I don't remember people's names. I have to interact with you like daily to remember. I'm gonna be for real. I, but I do vividly remember seeing some creators who were like questioning their audience. Did anyone see that? Does that still happen? I've seen some creators in this space questioning their audience, um, kind of like trying to get proof or like trying to basically skirt around the question of like, are you actually XYZ? Because this space is for people who are XYZ. Are you actually XYZ? And that to me always kind of felt like a slippery slope. You can do whatever you want on your channel, but that always felt like you're getting into some sneaky territory. Like that might start getting a little weird. And then you start getting into, I don't know, I feel like it always leads to, in the end, doxing and eventually it leads to drama, it leads to problems, I personally feel like. So, yeah, if you're ever worried about that happening on my channel, from me at least, I will not be a part of that. Nope, don't agree with it, not gonna do it, don't have the energy, don't have the time. But I wanted to clear that up because this video, part of this live stream is detailing what the goal is for the channel, where I want to go with the channel, what I want to do with the channel, who I am now going forward, blah blah blah. So yeah, that was something that really was sitting on my heart. I'm like, who what's the point of that? And I think that was what I was seeing a lot in the drama was people who are saying, I don't believe that. For example, right? This is just an example. Don't go running to people saying that don't go running to people saying AMU AMU said XYZ. Okay, so I saw a lot of people, and they love doing this to Exoticals United because she has a large following in this community. They will go and say, um, what will they say? I don't think she's actually Hispanic or Latina. I don't think she actually is. Or I don't believe that she looks like this. I saw a picture one time that she looked like that. I don't think she's mixed enough. I don't think she's that enough. That to me was so weird. So crazy. Cause like Are you God? Are you God? Do you have her DNA results? Did you did you analyze her bloodline? Did you create her hair color and her skin color? Like, are you the ultimate decider at the end of the day? No, none of us are. None of us are. Who are we? Because have you ever sat back and asked yourself, who the heck am I? Not like as in like who am I? Who do I want to be? But like who are you? Truly, in the grand scheme of things, who are you? Because truthfully, a lot of us are not up there like that. To make those kinds of statements, to make those kinds to try to direct people in that kind of way and say you aren't this, like a lot of us are not there. We are not Mr. Ancestry.com. We are not Miss Jedmatch. Okay, we're just people at the end of the day on YouTube commenting and talking to each other. So I'm sorry if I'm going on and on about that, but that was like the big thing that was really getting to me. Yeah, it's petty, it's crazy, it's weird. It's just weird to me. So yeah, and it's so funny. Not me almost doxing myself. Oh my gosh. Not that that would matter. There's like a million people that share my name. So yeah. What else is it? What else is it that I want to talk about? You guys, I'm running out of content here. This is why it's so much easier to just like record in your room. But then you gotta edit. And I hate editing. Oh my gosh, I think that's the thing I hate the most. I'm over here saying, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up. I want to make YouTube videos. Oh my gosh, I hate editing. I don't want to do it. I don't want to edit. I do not want to edit. That's why I'm doing a live stream. Any comments? Oh my gosh, I'm running out of content. You guys help. Help. Okay, I guess, is this where we end things? I can't do it. I'm really bad at goodbyes. I can't say goodbye. I won't. I was gonna thug it out to an hour. I'm like, we're 42 minutes. We're doing well. We have like conversations going. Um, but okay, talk about the period, Amir. Thank you. Thank you. That we were on the same wavelength because I was low-key thinking that, right? So I was thinking about for sure, we start with French. We start with French. Cody Vinny is awesome. Oh, you know what I bet's happening? You guys are probably not getting it's probably really lagging behind, but I see we're picking up, by the way. We're picking up. Um yeah, so Cody Vinny is very limited in resources, in guides, in everything. And oh, that's my neighbor. I was like, what? I heard somebody yelling. The window's open. Um, it's very limited in what's available. And so, because it's very limited, because there's not much guidance in terms of pronunciation, all of that, this is when language changes, you guys. I think our best bet is to start with French. We start with basics. We go all the way back. I want the strategy for all of us to learn, even if you know the beginning. I don't care. We're starting from the very beginning together. I'm thinking, let's see, we pop open some French resources online, some free resources. There's nothing we need to spend. Um, and we can all make it available in like a Google share thing, whatever, just so that we all have like the material ahead of time to review. I think that'd be great, right? If I post like something that we can all look at together, and then we all review that information for the week, and then we come together and we practice it. So it'll be like just like a lesson one and like a lesson plan that we could follow, or even like maybe share like a YouTube playlist. What if we do that? Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Okay. Would you guys prefer a book where we follow along, Google Doc, whatever? Or maybe we start with a YouTube playlist of the language that we're learning, which in this case is French. And we start with that YouTube playlist and we go, all right, you guys, this is the video that you need to make sure to watch for the week. Because at the end of the week, we're going to live stream. We're going to go over it together. We're going to talk about what we learned and we're going to practice. And I'm bringing your butts on the live stream. Yes, I am. Yes, you are getting on. Yes, you who are listening right now, you are getting on the live stream. You are. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You're getting on the live stream, baby. Yes, you are. So I think that would be so much fun. And we'll work on it together. And if we need to like do a repeat lesson or like if a lesson is really difficult, we can go 2 weeks in a row. We'll go however long it takes for us to get it. Because I want us to start getting really, really comfortable. This is just a small, tiny language community. There is no fancy Discord. I deleted my Discord. There is no fancy anything. Yeah, we'll do a YouTube playlist. No fancy anything. It'll literally just be us coming together. It's like it's like we're in college. Come on. Come on, like a little study group in college. I love that for us. I love that so much. That was my favorite part of college, like getting together, studying. It was quiet. That was my favorite part of college. So we do that. We do that, and I think we'll see some amazing progress. And then we start having like full on group sessions, I think, where we just are chatting. Speak a bit of Spanish. YouTube University, exactly. I have a few French beginner books too. Awesome. Review them. Don't just rely on the lesson of the week. Don't just rely on the lesson of the week. Also include your own study time. If you have your own separate resources, I think we should also bring in some Spanish. I think that would be great too. Always practice as much as you can, right? um, because the language itself, because if we do move up to Kurivini, we have to keep in mind that it's going to be a mixture of things. It's not just going to be straight French, right? So but I'm going to say right now, just for clarity's sake, focus in on French, right? So we practice together, we learn together, we live and breathe it together, and that'll be the game plan. And of course, if you fall behind, that's fine. Just make sure to study. Just make sure to study. That's all you got to do is just study, study, study. And if you fall behind, the best thing to do is to join in anyway, because then you can be corrected by those who are caught up. That's the easiest way to catch up, is to participate anyway. It doesn't matter if you missed a week or 2 weeks. Keep doing self-study and then join anyway, because those who are on top of it are just going to help you. That's what we're going to do. If someone's behind, we're just going to lift each other up. That's it. Okay? This is a positive, helpful community. We don't have time for crap. We don't have time for drama. Please know that you will be blocked immediately for drama. And we are not going to make fun of each other, because language learning is hard, is extremely hard. And I know how it feels to be made fun of for not saying things right. It's annoying and it really breaks down your confidence. And so we don't need that. We don't need that. And then maybe we can start also communicating, like, as this is like super long-term vision now, because we're just in the beginning, but super long-term vision is we start communicating with others who are also who are like more fluent, and we start joining their live streams. We start talking to them, you know. So that's just my thought process about this and where we're gonna go. But I actually do have to run now because I've got to go. It's late night. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining the stream. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna post on my community. I know, right? I'm nervous too, guys. I'm nervous. I'm nervous too. I'm super nervous. But I'm gonna post in the community a YouTube. Oh, email me. I'm gonna type my email. All mixed up mgm@gmail.com. Email me YouTube suggestions, playlist suggestions, and then we'll kind of pick one. We'll pick one and I'll just post which one we're gonna go with in the community chat. And then let's say next Saturday night, maybe next Sunday night. I don't know. Depends. It'll be a weekend night. It'll be a weekend night. We'll sit down for like 45 minutes to an hour. We'll go over it. We'll sit down for like 45 minutes to an hour. We'll go over it. We'll talk. We'll practice. Get ready. Get ready. Okay, we're bringing people on. I'm gonna figure out how to do that. But yeah, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for joining, and I really look forward to everything. Bye, y'all. Oh my gosh, now I can't see the video to end the live. This is so awkward. Can y'all still hear me? Yes, you can. Oh my gosh, how do I end the live? No.